What is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again. Instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys, y'all make sure I get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe, notified, do all the things to make yourself well versed in the Good Doc's content. Everything you should need to know should be listed in the links in the description area below. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies more specifically, OnlyFans should not be a part of your 5. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, anim. Sorry, I forgot how to count to 5 in Tagalog. I'm sorry. But OnlyFans and other social sites like it should not be part of your 5-year plan. Let's dig deep into this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand the man's psyche. I think that I speak for the average man when I speak. We all know that we have some economic stimulators, aka simps, which is the now new terminology that we're going to refer to simps as since the recording of this video and since the live stream in which I introduced this concept. Simps will now equivalent to economic stimulators, okay? Because they be stimulating the economy like crazy, all right? But I think that I speak for the average man when I say this. There's only so many different ways that you can show me your assets before I'm bored with them, okay? There's only so many different ways you can present this to me, so many different angles you can show it to me before I'm like, okay, I done seen it. I'm good. But let me reel it back real quick. All right, so let me say, hypothetically speaking, you guys join a girl's OnlyFans. Now, I know the members of my audience, maybe you guys have joined the OnlyFans before, maybe you have not. I did come across something I want you guys to check out though. Give me a second. I gotta find it on my phone. Give me a second. Let me see. Let me scroll through real quick. Give me a second. There's this YouTube channel, right? There's a new YouTube channel that I just came across and I kind of like this shit. There's a channel called Authentically Asia on YT. Authentically Asian on YT, right? And I came across this video on the site. They got a couple of videos. It was only like 5 videos that I saw when I started watching it, but there was this video of this girl, right? And I mean, this bitch was bad. I mean, if you check out the channel, he got some bad bitches over there on that channel. I don't know where he be getting this content from, but he got some bad bitches. Y'all need to make sure y'all subscribe over there because I think that shit has that shit has potential over there. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. There was this one girl that he had a video of, and I don't know where the fuck he got this video from, but I'm like, damn. I said, shit. And this is the first time I had ever said this to my life. I said, shit. If she had OnlyFans, I said, I think I might subscribe to that bitch. But then I really said that shit out loud. I said, damn, I think I might subscribe to that OnlyFans to see what them frontals look like. Like if it was legit, my dude, yes, I would be front row for getting with my ticket to see what it was about. But then I had some guys explain to me how OnlyFans work. First of all, you gotta log in, you gotta subscribe and all of that shit, but you have to pay to be a subscriber to a page, I think. Like subscriptions can be anywhere between like $10, $25 or something like that just to subscribe to that girl's page. Okay, so it's not necessarily a subscription to the entire OnlyFans, I think, but it's a subscription to a specific person's OnlyFans, and it's like $10 to like $25. That's just to subscribe to the channel. That's just for you to get access into like the whole things that they have to offer. And then after that, I think you get to see the video, the pictures and stuff like that. And then after you make it past the first paywall, you have the other paywall where you pay for private videos. So not only do you have to pay to subscribe, you have to actually pay to watch the videos too. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Y'all know more about this than I do, man. Doc is just a novice. I mean, I don't know any of this shit. This is just how it was relayed to myself. But you pay to subscribe and then you pay for personal videos and stuff like that. And then in the back of my mind, I said, okay, let's say, for example, I do subscribe to a young lady's Patreon. I mean, not Patreon, but a OnlyFans page, okay? Let's say there's one chick that I'm actually interested in hollering at, okay? Or actually interested in checking out her OnlyFans page. So I pay for the subscription count, whatever it is. And then let's say that she's got like 20 videos and 20 pictures. If the pictures are available for me to see, I'm Gucci. Let's say one video like $20, another video like $20 or some shit. Let's say you buy 2 videos. So you subscribe for 20, you get 2 videos for 20. That's a lot of damn money, $60 for 2 videos, some pictures and whatever, just to subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans, right? But you have to understand that a real man, heaven forbid a real man actually goes through all of this, but a real one, if he's legit, chances are his time in your OnlyFans is going to be short-lived. Likely about 24 hours, 48 hours max, depending on how much content you have to go through. Because if you ask me, and like I said before, there's only so many different ways you can present them ass and them titties, that TNA, your assets, before I'm like, I've been there, done that, already seen that. You dig? So imagine this. I get 2 videos and I see all the pictures that I need to see. You can keep posting for months and months and months and months, but once a man truly has what he needs to get his rocks off, ladies, chances are, what is the purpose of him really going back? Again, honestly, how many different ways can you play with yourself, love? How many different ways can you caress your breasticles, man? How many different ways can you play with your punani, boo-boo? How many different ways can you show a man that you could do this, that, and the other? I mean, you sit in front of a channel and shake your boobs or some shit like that, or twerk a little bit in a video or something like that, but after a while it's gonna get to the point where I done been there, I seen that. How many different ways can you present that present the same thing to me to keep me interested? If you are an economic stimulator, probably a lot of times. But for a real one, if you really get a real one to join your OnlyFans, chances are his time there will be short-lived. Which brings me back to my talking point that, baby girl, you can't think of OnlyFans or implement OnlyFans into a 5-year plan. Because your economic stimulators can only be there for as long as they can, and they ain't gonna be many. Which is why you hear a lot of them complaining. I think these OnlyFans chicks are really starting to feel the pain a little bit, even abroad. We've talked about this with my Filipinas too, and how they go on social sites and, you know, they're so getting all these social currencies and stuff like that. I can honestly tell you, you can ride that wave only for so long before it becomes no longer a factor, before it can no longer become economically sufficient for your time and country, before it no longer pays the bills. Then it's going to get to the point where you got to start begging people to actually start giving you, because like I said, there's only so much giving that a real one can give before the giving just gets to be too much. And like I said, even economic stimulators, guys, your simps out there, there's only so much giving they can give until they run out. And eventually they're going to run out. Now, again, you can probably keep the ball rolling depending on how many simpish individuals you get to join your lives or whatever it may be. And you might be able to keep that ball rolling. I give you at least 6 months to a year solid of steady growth. I kind of look at, you know, an OnlyFans like the product life cycle. That's the way that I look at it. Again, we're going to drop some economic terms for that ass today, because again, I'm trying to explain to you why I personally feel OnlyFans and things like that should not be part of your 5-year plan, and why it's not economically sufficient for somebody to implement into a 5-year plan. Because if you know about the product life cycle, ladies and gentlemen, you have introduction, growth, maturity, decline. After the development, it goes introduction, growth, maturity, decline. All right. So when your OnlyFans first comes out and you're marketing it well on your IG, or if you got a YouTube channel and you're finding ways to get people to come over there, oh yeah, it's probably going to be good in the introductory stage, because everybody want to see what them titties look like. Okay. They want to see what the breasticles look like. I got that. That's cool. You might get a nice little steady growth, man. Maybe 5 or 10 people joining your page every day, subscribing to your shit every day. But then eventually you're going to peak. This is where shit starts to get interesting to me, the peak. And what happens at the peak, if anybody, fuck, I love this because I am a marketing teacher. For those that don't know, this is what I do. This is why this topic of conversation is interesting, so fuck with me. All right, at the introduction stage, you're brand new, you're fresh. At the growth stage, you're pretty much golden. But once you hit the maturity, That's when competition starts to seep in. That's when you got all the other girls with their own OnlyFans pages, and now you're competing for the financial stability of your economic stimulator, aka your simp, because now there's so many options in the game now. Maybe when they first came in, maybe you were the only one they had their eyes on. Maybe you were the only one that people were seeing and people were looking at. But you got somebody seeping into your live show and shit, talking about, ooh, that bitch fake. She ain't shit. She ain't nothing. You need to check out so-and-so's, OnlyFans. Maybe you got haters, or maybe you got people who are commenting under your photos that are probably trying to steal your thunder. People do that. Again, they just trying to steal your clientele. You feel me? And if they put their at or something like that, I mean, I'm not sure if they'll be able to get away with it, but any way that they can market themselves underneath you, they'll try to, just to steal your thunder, just to steal your clientele. And that's what the maturity stage is all about. Because when you peak, baby, and all women peak before they decline, which is when we hit the wall stage, but we'll get into that in a minute. But once you peak, baby, you stuck there. All right, because you can't go back to the growth stage, boo-boo. Can't go back to the introduction stage. You're already known. People know about you. People are already subscribed to you. People are already interested in seeing what the breasticles look like and all of the above. But what tends to happen is once you're here, there's only one way to go, and that's down. So how long you stay up here is purely determined on how well you are able to change the packaging, how well you are able to present the product. How many different creative ways can you show me that TNA, them ass and titties? How many different ways can you do it to keep my interest here? How many different ways can you do that to keep me subscribed? How many different ways can you do that to, keep me interested in you and not trying to look at somebody else's breasticles? Okay. How many different ways? That's why you're at the peak stage. And normally the peak stage doesn't last very long for most, because there's only so many different ways you can present the product. Your product doesn't change pretty much. Your frontals, very little change that is going to happen with those, likely. As long as you stay natural and don't get any enhancements or anything like that, very little is going to change. Even if you lose a little weight or whatever, still the package is relatively going to be the same. All right. So you truly only have one direction to go, and that's down. So the product life cycle of a true OnlyFans page, likely for your average amateur. Now, if you're a professional and this is what you do for a living, I'm pretty sure you can find different ways to keep your clientele interested, give away some freebies, hell, buy one, get one free videos or some shit. I don't know what you'll do, but basically what I'm saying is you'll find different ways to stay on top. But in reality, for your newbies, just people thinking that, oh, let me just post a couple of videos and a couple of pictures, and all of a sudden I'm just supposed to get all these guys to come join my OnlyFans and to pay me to see my assets and stuff like that. It's not economically feasible because there's so many other women out there doing the exact same thing. You have to try to find a way to set yourself apart. Chances are a lot of you don't know how to do that. I mean, if you do have some double D's, I mean, damn, that's nice, ladies. And I'm not trying to be perverted or rude. I'm just trying to be honest. If you have something to keep the attention, how long do you think you're going to be able to keep that attention? Okay. I mean, a real one won't be on very long. Okay. A real one won't be on very long enough to subscribe, see what kind of content you have to go through, scroll through whatever content you have available, see what kind of videos they're willing to actually purchase. If they have to, they'll probably just take a peek at the free ones and see if they can get off on those, and then check the pictures, probably screen tag a couple of them, who knows, just for their own self pleasure, a couple of videos, wham, bam, get them out of there. Because again, that reoccurring payment on their credit card, maybe they got a wife or a significant other that they don't want to see that that charge coming up on their card like that when the credit card statements come. I hope it doesn't show up OnlyFans, but if it does, somebody gonna have a lot of explaining to do. You feel me? But most of the time, man, none of us got money like that, and we're not willing to spend money like that. Again, if you're an economic stimulator, I can't speak for them because they may be able to keep that momentum going for a specific young lady, but I've just gotten to the point where how many different ways can you present the package to keep that going? I just don't think OnlyFans is a viable 5-year plan because, like I said, when the decline comes, ladies and gentlemen, you have officially hit the wall. And trust me, I don't really feel like if you can find some girls that have been strategically successful on OnlyFans, that's not a celebrity. That's not a celebrity in some capacity. Somebody who has been continuously successful for 5 years consecutive with OnlyFans, then, with the exception of a celebrity, If you can find somebody like that, then you can say that you broke the rule, or that you're able to surpass this particular hypothetical. I'm just saying, honestly, I don't think OnlyFans is a 5-year plan. Okay? OnlyFans can't be a 5-year plan. It just can't be. It just can't be. Because I don't see there being continued success at an alarming rate, you know, once you peak out. And most people peak quickly. They peak after a couple of months. All right, because you got to make sure that you continuously update the content. Because I mean, if somebody is a subscriber to your channel since day one, you think they're going to be satisfied having to stare at the same content over and over and over and over again for months on end? If you're not updating constantly, they're going to probably be upset with you. Okay, because their perverse ass came there for a reason. They came there to see some TNA, and gosh darn it, you better present them some TNA. You dig? So with that being said, I just want you to understand, ladies, Filipino, abroad, anywhere, OnlyFans can only be temporary. OnlyFans can only be temporary. The money that you receive from these social sites can only be considered temporary. If you try to implement this long term, guys are going to get bored with you. I trust me, dude, if some new thing come on the market, boo-boo, you are in trouble. Okay. Somebody's going to be getting your virtual currency. So because the market is so competitive, I just don't think that it's economically feasible for you young ladies to implement OnlyFans into your 5-year plan. OnlyFans, or sites like OnlyFans, into your 5-year plan. The Simps might do their best to keep you going, but even then, their attention span is just as short as everybody else's. And trust me when I tell you, if other breasticles come along, man, you in trouble. You are in trouble. All right. It's a wonderful world out there. But yo, for real though, Authentically Asian on YT. Yo, if you haven't seen that channel yet, yo, go check it out real quick. I think that you might find the same type of enjoyment that I saw in it. You might kind of have the same type of enjoyment as well. And if you do, man, yo, go over there and subscribe real quick, because I know that shit. I'll be checking that page out on the low for real, for real. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. My time is out. But that being said, the good doc is officially out. At least Nicole, which means I'm going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Mabuhay. Peace.